Chinese authorities have discovered traces of coronavirus in the seafood and meat sections of the Xinfadi wholesale market in Beijing. Experts feel the low temperature and high humidity in these stalls may have helped the virus breed. Initial reports indicated that imported salmon packages from Europe could have carried the virus, but health officials have said that there is no evidence to support this theory. A sizable number of workers who have tested positive used to work at the seafood stalls and the beef and mutton sections.
我们把报告的病例，特别是来自这个新发地市场工作人员，把工作人员按照他的职业给他分类，我们发现，卖水产这一类的感染的人数，相比较其他的呢要多。那么其次呢是牛羊肉，再次呢是其他。水产一类的。
Beijing's new cluster has become a major worry for the Chinese government. The city had not reported a single case of COVID-19 for 56 days from the 16th of April to the 10th of June. But in the last 8 days, more than 180 cases have been reported, with 25 in the last 24 hours. In response, Beijing has shut down more than 30 communities around the Xinfadi market. More than 350,000 people have been tested, and residents have been asked to not leave the city unless necessary. The Beijing airport has cancelled more than 1,200 flights. Cab and bus services to neighbouring provinces have also been suspended. For more on this, Richard Kimber has sent us this report from Hong Kong.
That's right. I mean, there's very, very detailed analysis going on right now on this this new spread, specifically because it seems to have come specifically, as you mentioned, from this food market, rather like back in Wuhan. And actually the scientists in China that have been studying this have actually said there are more than a few similarities between the new spread and the one in Wuhan some 6 months ago. They've found that they believe that this spread initially from the seafood area of the market and then worked its way through the market into the meat section, both through the lamb and the mutton areas. And they're trying to actually piece by piece work out how the virus can have spread from one part of the market to another and then of course spread throughout the city. Yesterday they announced that they were using what they called big data to try and specifically work out how anybody who's tested positive for the virus this time has had contact with anybody else, and then immediately be able to identify anybody who's had contact with a positive case and immediately go and test them to find out if they of course are also positive. There's widespread restrictions on travel all around Beijing, but ultimately otherwise the economy is generally functioning as normal, and the authorities are keen to say that they've really got this under control. But there are concerns because new cases are popping up outside of Beijing in neighbouring provinces, and of course if things were to spread beyond Beijing, which already has 20 million people just in the city there alone, then things could become more serious. But at the moment it really is still less than 200 cases, and rather than the cases quadrupling every day, it's more a case that the scientists there are beginning to analyse more deeply every day where they believe this strain actually originated.